Shalom, brothers and sisters. It's the Hebrew Life again. I'm Beis Jerusalem, and I'm back with another lesson. We're going to call this one, what we're going to call this, He that maketh a lie and he that loveth a lie. Because I want to stress in this video that if you love a lie, you can very well be sent to the lake of fire. You don't have to make the lie that's at hand. I think a lot of people in today's world think because they didn't make the law or they didn't make the trouble that goes on that they're not fully responsible for it. But the scriptures say otherwise. The scripture is going to hold you. The scripture say the Most High is going to hold you accountable if you believe a lie and you know it's a lie. We're going to go in Revelation 22. There's a few things that keep you out of the kingdom of the Most High. There's certain type of peoples and entities that's not allowed within the kingdom. Today I want to go over those entities that's not allowed in the kingdom of Yah. Revelation 22, and we're going to start at verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they have the right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. For without are dogs, sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whoever so loveth and maketh a lie. I'm going to stop right there because that's powerful. That's very powerful. What's read here in Revelations. We're going to go through these things in this short video. And what are these things today? And how these things can very well have you outside the kingdom, not allowed to go within those gates. The first thing he said was dogs. Now we know he's not talking about a physical dog because that's a creature he made that doesn't have the true intellect to know right from wrong and to change the world. Like he made us. Now, you hear women always call men dogs all the time. You're a dirty dog. You a dog. How could you do that? People have doggish like, men and women have doggish like attributes and characteristics. They do things that's that you would look at them like, why would you do that? That's something an animal would do. Like you gotta. Like a guy has a wife or something, and he has a whole nother double life that he hasn't told his wife about, living on the side with another family. That's doggish. Women out here sleeping with several men. People out here just screwing people over on a daily. Know they're swindling people. Doggish behavior. Beastly behavior. Let's jump to the next one. Sorcerers. Now, you might think that means magic or sorcery. That's people out here selling drugs. They know they're selling drugs. You know you're keeping people under a spell by selling these controlled substances. You know this isn't helping this person. You got people, I seen on TV the other day, what is it called? California Psychic Line or something like that. Sorcery. How are you going to tell somebody what's going to happen in their future? How are you going to tell somebody, okay, you're going to be very successful, you're going to have 5 children? You telling me this. We read in the scriptures, well, we could go in the scriptures where King Saul went to a sorcerer before to try to speak to, who was he trying to speak to? Samuel. He was trying to speak to Samuel, had her conjure up spirits. If anybody watches TV, the T.I. show, his wife called over a psychic. Sorcery. We're going to jump to the next one. Murderers. That's self-explanatory. People murder all the time. You will not be in the kingdom if you're going out killing people. You got people out here who are hitmen. People who kill people for money. You got people who take contracts to kill people. Murderers. You got people who kill people unrighteously. Just no point in killing people. The person did nothing wrong. This is what happened when people in Chicago these days, when people like to shoot and drive by and just come out spraying and shooting everywhere. And that's, innocent bystanders are shot. People who had nothing to do with the situation are shot and killed and murdered. You got brothers killing brothers, sisters killing sisters, mothers killing daughters, sons killing fathers, fathers killing sons. It's the last days. And outside the kingdom, murderers will be. If you're just a person killing people unrighteously, you will be labeled as a murderer. Let's jump to the next one. Whoremongers. This is a big one. A lot of brothers and a lot of sisters are going to be outside the kingdom because of this reason. Whoremonger. You out chasing whores. You see it all the time in our culture. People hit the club, brothers get together, sisters get together, and they go look for them somebody to sleep with. Never met the guy, never known the guy, but hey, I'm going to find somebody tonight. I'm going to put on my best outfit so I can get some attention, and I'm going to go out there and see if Shorty want to holler at me and she want to go back to the hotel with me. I'm finna see if he want to take me back to the hotel or back to his house so we can sleep around. We're late. We have no marriage. I haven't met your parents. You haven't met my parents. We have no real relation, and we're going to sleep with each other. That's called whoremonger. When people go to the strip clubs and throw money, you're basically whoremongering. You're supporting this woman in having no dignity. She's up there stripping on the pole, and you up there supporting her by throwing dollars at her, egging her on. Men out here pimping, and women out here prostituting. Whoremonger. You out here chasing whores, looking for something to stick your thing in. The only time you're supposed to be sticking your thing in something is if your wife asks for it or if you reproduce. Other than that, you're not supposed to be sticking your penis in random women, you're not supposed to be opening your vagina up to random men. That's called whoremonger. And you will be outside of the kingdom because you show no self-dignity. There's no self-respect. And you're not being a leader to the community. You're not showing the children under us that the right way to live. If you have a daughter under you and she see you whoremonger, what do you think your daughter's going to grow up to be? A whore. If you're a man and your son sees you with multiple women all the time, what do you think your son is going to grow up to be? He's going to grow up to be a whoremonger because he's seen his father never have a commitment towards any woman, not even towards his own mother. These are the things that's going to keep a lot of people outside of the kingdom. Things we do every day that the system has taught us to be okay and the TVs as normalized is going to be the very thing that take us away from the kingdom and have us outside the kingdom. And when judgment comes, idolaters. I believe this is the number one thing that's going to keep brothers and sisters out of the kingdom. Idolatry. Beyonce, Jay-Z, Kevin Gates, all of these people, entertainers, Denzel Washington, Kerry Washington, all these actors and entertainers and athletes, people idolize. They put them before the Most High himself. They put flesh and carnal things before the Most High himself. You got women out here who know every song to Beyonce's, every lyric to Beyonce's song, but they couldn't tell you 2 or 3 commandments in the Holy Scriptures, but they claim they love God. All these people who claim they love God but know nothing about the Scriptures and know everything about something else, they know everything about Lil Wayne, but they know nothing about Moses, are going to be outside of the kingdom because they use all their attention and all their smarts and know-how into idolizing somebody and trying to beat them. We don't do that. We don't idolize or bow to anybody. The public bowing and idolizing Obama and all these figures in the media's eyes is called idolatry. You're idolizing them. You want to be them. You basically bowing to these people. This is why they put the stage above the people, so you can look up to the entertainers, and it's a form of idolatry. When you tell your kids, when you celebrate Christmas, you pick Christmas under the Christmas tree, and your kids bow down to grab a Christmas present under the Christmas tree. You're idolizing this Christmas tree. You have your child bowing and picking up a present as a form of idolatry. Idolatry is going to be the number one reason why people are outside the kingdom. as you read in Revelation 22. Idolatry. Stop idolizing these people out here. These people are just like you. Stop putting these people on a pedestal, putting these people in a different realm of life than you are. These people are just like you. They might have been given the public eye. And these people are burnt up inside. These people have to keep a smile on their face, but inside these people are broken. And if they can only tell you they're broken inside, they would, but it would stop their livelihood because they making money off you. These people support these entertainers. They send money to these entertainers. If you look back in your life, you just supported rap music, R&B, and all of these different entities, football, basketball, baseball, all of these things, TV. You have put more attention and time and money into these things than you have into the Most High Himself. And this is going to be one of the reasons why a lot of brothers and sisters are outside the kingdom. And I'm going to continue to read. And whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. The title of this video, whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. You don't have to make the lie. You got people who go to Christian church and they think they're going to blame their preacher when the Most High asks what's going on when judgment comes. You can't point to your preacher. You can't point to this guy, this girl, or your mother. You can't do that when it's time to be judged. Because by that time, the Most High will know that you knew it was a lie and you continued on with it. This is what people do every day. They know things is a lie. You got brothers and sisters who be in relationships and they know it's not a favorite relationship, but they continue. You got brothers who sell drugs and they know it's not right, but they continue. You're loving a lie. You know this woman's a whore, but you're going to still support her. Loving a lie, and whoever maketh a lie. So the person who made the lie, you know Christianity is a lie. You know that Christ's birthday isn't on Christmas. All of these lies that you made, you're going to be throwing the lake. And the person who believed Christmas and they were 45 years old and never seen Santa Claus a day in their life are going to be held accountable too. And so whoever love and maketh a lie is going to be outside the kingdom. That's just facts. You don't have to make the lie. All you got to do is believe the lie. Halloween. All you got to do is believe the lie. When you telling your kids, okay, it's cool to go out and ask strangers for candy 300 one time out the year, but then 364 days out the year, you tell them not to talk to strangers. You're telling your kids to believe a lie that all the strangers out there have candy for them and this is a safe world. We go ask random people for candy. When really, in reality, you can't. This is why kidnappings and rapes are at an all-time high, because we tell our kids lies. And they believe them, and they go out into the world and they live them. So whoever loveth a lie and whoever maketh a lie will be outside the kingdom of the Most High. I'm Base Jerusalem. This is the Hebrew Light. Shalom, brothers and sisters. Shalom.